Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press releases out of the small cap world at the open so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Monday, February the 9th. I've got 6 great press releases for you from both sides of the border, all involving some pretty great numbers. Let's start you off first with China Northeast Petroleum, trading on the OTC under the stock symbol CNEH. And viewers of AGORACOM TV know we love these small cap Chinese stocks for obvious reasons, growing revenues in a growing economy, great investments for the years down the road. What did they announce today? They put out their preliminary 2008 fourth quarter and full year numbers. And you know when you see a preliminary report come out, it means the company is very happy about their numbers. It wants to get them into the marketplace quickly. So they gave both full year and fourth quarter highlights. I'm just going to give the full year highlights. First off, looks like full year fiscal 2008 crude oil production increased 141% to just over 645,000 barrels. The company had approximately 248 wells by the end of the year. That's a 58% increase over 2007. And finally, the number I love, full year revenue is expected to increase about 204% to $59 million for the year. No word yet on net income numbers. The company is going to provide the complete audited financial statements, and the filing is going to be out in March 2008. So look for those. What I like about this company, they're telling me here that they've got a guaranteed arrangement with the Jilin refinery of Petroleum to sell its produced crude oil for use in the China marketplace. That's great. They've got a guaranteed venue there, and they're currently operating 4 oil fields in North China. What are they trading at? $1.82. Just off their low of $1.31, way off their high of $5.68. Maybe a good time to get in, do your own due diligence. Next up, staying with the OTC, Global Capacity announced that they won a $9 million contract to trade on the OTC under CGSY. They're a provider of managed IP data contracts. There's a 3-year software solution and strategic sourcing agreement. Go take a look at the press release. It's pretty technical, but all you need to know are the numbers for now. They closed on Friday at 14 cents, way off their 52-week high of 80 cents and just off their low of 6 cents. So go take a look, but otherwise on its own, a good contract. Switching over to the venture exchange, Kinbauri Gold. This is an AGORACOM client. Always have to disclose that, but as always, we don't report on AGORACOM clients unless the news stands on its own 2 feet. They announced a scoping study, which has determined robust economics is for their El Val project in northwestern Spain. These are results from a preliminary economic assessment. Here are some of the highlights. Great numbers here. Under the base case scenario, the results reveal a pre-tax net present value at a 10% discount rate of $132 million. That's Canadian, and an internal rate of return of 42%. Using current metal prices, the pre-tax net present value is $178 million Canadian, and internal rate of return of 51%. Big numbers there. The current mine plan shows a life of more than 9 years. I've got a quote here from Dr. Vern Rampton, Kinbauri's president CEO, an excerpt. The result of this study gives us a firm economic basis to proceed to feasibility and production. Very important in this environment. The situation is further enhanced with the potential of adding new resources with more drilling at El Val project. They closed on Friday at 39 cents, just significantly off their low of 16 cents actually, as we predicted with all these great junior resource companies in Q4 here on AGORACOM TV, but still off their high of $1.11, so there may be room for you. As always, do your own due diligence, but good news out of Kinbauri. Invecture Group has announced, this isn't a public company, but they've announced that they've raised their bid for Frontera Copper to 75 cents. Frontera Copper trades on the TSX under the stock symbol FCC. Looks like there's a bit of a battle going on there for the company. Invecture raised their bid to 75 cents from 59 cents and extended this bid to February 16th. They say it represents a 15.5% premium over the bid put in by Southern Copper, who bid at 65 cents. So it looks like Southern Copper and Invecture are battling out for Frontera Copper. Good news for all resource investors, means the industry and the space is alive and kicking. On that point, Minera Andes Inc. trades both on the big board TSX MAI, and on the OTC, MNEAF. Big news there. They announced a $40 million private placement with Robert McEwen. As you all know, former CEO of Gold Corp, very successful in the space, needs no introduction. Looks like he's going to purchase just over 12.2 million shares at about 33 cents a share. They're expecting this deal to close on February 13th, so that's going to happen pretty quickly. Here's what's interesting, the news about $11 million and apply that to a cash call on one of their projects, specifically the San Jose project. I'll tell you about that in a second. $17.5 million is going to go towards repaying some indebtedness to Macquarie Bank, so good use of proceeds here. McEwen presently owns about 24% of the company. After this, the issuance of these shares, it looks like he'll exercise control or direction over about 53.7% of the company's outstanding shares. Specifically, I want to talk to you about San Jose project. Looks like that's an operating gold and silver mine, which is why the company was able to raise money from Mr. McEwen. Closed on Friday at 30 cents. Just off its low of 25, not quite the bounce that we've seen in other junior gold and other junior mining companies out there. So there may be room for a bounce now that the cash call has been satisfied. Maybe investors were a little nervous about that. And way off its high of $1.88. Take a close look there. And finally, I'm just going to give you the headline of this very technical press release, but for those of you who are into medical stocks and biopharmaceutical and so on and so forth, I want to talk to you about Critical Outcome Technologies, trades on the Invecture under COT. They announced that their CODI-2 product enhances the effectiveness of Tarceva and Erbitux in killing human cancer cells with and without the KRAS mutation. Now, to try and describe this press release any further is way too technical. This is strictly for all of you out there who are interested in medical stocks and these kind of stocks to go take a look at. They trade on the venture under COT. They closed on Friday at 67 cents, way off their low of 20 cents, still off their high of $1.60, but it looks like some good news out of them. That's a wrap. As always, if you look for more great small cap investments, don't forget about the AGORACOM 100, close to 70 companies listed by industry and exchange, so you can find the one that best suits your portfolio. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.